They thought vengeance would bury you, but you twisted it into steel and strapped it to your chest like armor. Every insult, every betrayal, every trap they set wasn't a wound, it was a forge. Their hatred was the hammer, their schemes the fire, and you were the blade being sharpened. While they wasted themselves chasing revenge, you were stockpiling power. Their venom didn't poison you, it fueled you, turned your lungs into bellows and your heart into an engine. They wanted you crippled by the weight of their malice, but you learned how to swing that weight like a wrecking ball. See, vengeance has a funny way of backfiring. The moment you stopped fearing it, it became yours to command. Their rage gave you focus. Their cruelty gave you patience. Their attempts to bury you taught you how to dig tunnels and lay traps of your own. And when the day came to strike, you didn't just show up. You showed up carrying the arsenal they built for you. Their arrows, their daggers, their fire, all in your hands. All turned back on them with precision. That's the secret no one wants to admit. They armed you with everything they thought would destroy you. And now, you've weaponized their vengeance so completely that they're standing unarmed, naked in the storm they created. Their own wrath became your uprising. Their obsession with breaking you built the blueprint for your victory. They thought they were burying you in ashes, but you rose from it, carrying the fire they lit, and you burned their empire down with it. They dug graves with your name on the stone, poured concrete over your future, and laughed while doing it. They thought vengeance was a leash, something to choke you with, something to drag you back every time you dared to rise. But you didn't put that chain around your neck, you wrapped it around your fists, and every swing you took snapped bones, crushed illusions, and shattered the quiet little world they built to cage you in. Their vengeance became your training ground. Every smear campaign, a test of endurance. Every dagger in your back, a lesson in anatomy. Every time they tried to exile you, erase you, mock you. It wasn't rejection, it was resistance training. They thought they were starving you, but they were teaching you how to feast on scraps and turn them into storms. They thought they were breaking you, but they were carving you into something sharper than anything they could wield. Now look at them. Broken jaws from trying to chew your name. Blood in their throats from choking on their own venom. Eyes wide because they can't believe the monster they accidentally built. You're not carrying their vengeance anymore. You are their vengeance, walking, breathing, laughing in their faces. You turned their weapon into your pulse, your fire, your crown. And the more they wanted you gone, the louder you became. And here's the cruelest part. Every scream they threw at you echoes back. Every curse they cast returns doubled. Every scar they left glows like neon proof that you outlasted the war. Their vengeance was supposed to bury you. Instead, it crowned you. Now they kneel. Not in worship, but in fear, because the empire they tried to build on your corpse now burns in your hands like a torch. You see them now, don't you? Crawling through the wreckage, clutching the blueprints of a war they already lost. They stare at you like you're some ghost who didn't get the memo that you were supposed to stay dead. Their vengeance was the script. You shredded it. Their hatred was the stage. You set it on fire. Now they're choking on smoke, coughing up apologies they'll never say out loud, watching the show they directed end with your laughter echoing through the ruins. You didn't just survive their vengeance, you hijacked it. You drove it straight into their walls, head on, no brakes, no mercy. They loaded the gun, but you aimed it. They sharpened the blade, but you held the handle. Every tear they wanted to see fall from your eyes is ink now staining the pages of your victory story. And the punchline, they built the very throne you're sitting on, hammering nails with their own obsession, polishing it with their own rage. And now when they see you, they don't see a victim. They don't even see a rival. They see their reflection twisted, humiliated, weaponized against them. They thought they were gods of vengeance, but you proved they were just blacksmiths, and every strike of their hammer made you unbreakable. Their vengeance was never your downfall. It was your crucible. It baptized you in fire, and you crawled out laughing, crowned in smoke and ash, daring them to try again. And here's the kill shot. They won't, because they know now. They can feel it in their bones. Every ounce of vengeance they throw your way will only make you hungrier, sharper, darker. You don't just use their weapons, you become them. And there's no war to win against someone who turns every bullet into fuel. And the best part? They can't stop watching. They hate you, but they can't look away. Because deep down in that rotting little core of theirs, they know the truth. They handed you the crown. Every scheme, every lie, every trap, it all backfired. They gave you the blueprint and the bricks, and you built a fortress out of their failures. You didn't just flip the script, you rewrote the whole damn play. They called you weak while handing you steel. They called you lost while pointing you to the throne. They called you broken while sharpening you into the very blade now pressed against their throats. That's the cosmic joke. They forged you with their vengeance, and now they get to choke on the monster they engineered. And you standing there smiling unbothered. You don't even need revenge, you've already won. You took their ugliest weapon and turned it into art, into armor, into empire. They can't kill what they created, and they can't stop what they unleashed. So they tremble, they whisper, they pray, because they know if they lift a hand again, you'll turn that too into fire. That's the nightmare they live with now. Not that you survived, but that you thrived. Not that you fought back, but that you didn't have to. You used their vengeance like fuel, like oxygen, like a crown of thorns turned into gold. And the punchline, the sweetest part, is that they'll never be able to take it back. Look at them now, hollowed out, chewing on their own rage like it's stale bread. They thought vengeance was going to starve you, but it's them who can't eat, can't sleep, can't breathe without choking on the smoke you left behind. They whisper your name like it's a curse, but every syllable tastes like iron in their mouths, like blood they can't swallow. You're not just haunting them, you're living rent-free inside their skulls, and every thought they have is a rerun of how they failed to break you. You didn't just flip their weapon, you became the weapon. You are the sharp edge they can't dull, the storm they can't outlast, the fire that doesn't burn out. And here's the sick joke, the harder they tried to erase you, the deeper they carved you into history. Their vengeance wasn't your ending, it was your announcement. And when you laugh now, oh, that laugh slices them open. Because it's not the laugh of survival, it's the laugh of dominance. The laugh of someone who learned to juggle fire and then set the circus ablaze. You don't need to fight them anymore, just existing is enough. Every breath you take is a reminder that they built the very force that erased them. That's their torment. That's their punishment. Knowing they handed you the match and you didn't just light a candle, you lit the whole damn sky. And now it's bigger than them. It's not just some petty feud anymore, it's a legend being written in fire. You're not their enemy, you're their consequence. You're not a scar on their timeline, you're the crack in the earth that swallowed it whole. They thought vengeance was something they could aim at you, but vengeance doesn't aim, it erupts. And you've become the eruption they can't stop, the avalanche they set loose with one careless stone. Their names, their faces, their lies, they'll rot in footnotes. But you've turned into a storm front, a force of nature that doesn't ask permission and doesn't negotiate. You don't just burn bridges, you flood the rivers beneath them, you salt the earth around them, you erase the maps they thought could guide them home. Every time they curse you, every time they spit your name in hate, they're just adding fuel to the inferno they already can't outrun. And here's the part that really kills them. You don't even need their vengeance anymore. It was the spark, sure, but now the fire burns on its own. Now you are the weapon, self-sustaining, self-feeding, laughing through the ruins. They gave you the match and you became the wildfire. They can't fight that, they can't contain it. They can only watch as everything they built, every illusion they clung to, melts into ash under the weight of what they unleashed. And that's the final punchline. They tried to destroy you with vengeance, but vengeance devoured them and crowned you king of the wreckage. You don't carry their hate anymore. You own it. You rule it. You are it. You stand above them now. Not as a survivor, not as a rival, but as something they can't classify. Something outside their vocabulary. They called you weak, broken, lost, every label a nail they tried to hammer into your coffin. But vengeance doesn't die in coffins. It cracks them open, it crawls out, it evolves. And now you stand immortal, carved out of every curse they whispered, every trap they laid, every blade they pushed into your back. You're not flesh to them anymore, you're myth. You're nightmare. You're the story they'll tell their children in hushed voices. Don't cross the one who learned to weaponize our hate. They can dress it up in fear and excuses and denial, but the truth eats them alive. You turned their vengeance into scripture, and now it's the gospel of your reign. And here's the immortal twist. They can't ever undo it, they can't rewrite it, they can't erase you. Because vengeance doesn't fade, it echoes. And your echo is louder than their screams, bigger than their empires, stronger than their gods. You are the immortal flame they accidentally lit, the eternal reminder that the more they tried to bury you, the deeper they planted your roots into forever. Their vengeance was supposed to end you. Instead, it made you infinite. Like, comment, and subscribe.